Does feedback on your assignments comment on the lack of organisation or structure? Perhaps your tutor seems to miss some of the good points that you make. This short video will look at how to write paragraphs that will guide your reader through your assignment and showcase your ideas. Have you ever tried to find your way around a university campus when your phone has died, you haven't got a map and there aren't any street signs? It's like being in a maze, frustrating, disorientating, and after a while you're not even sure where you started. That's how your reader and marker might feel when your assignment lacks clear paragraph structure. Without it, your ideas get lost. Your argument might be strong, but if your tutor can't follow it, or perhaps can't find it, they can't assess it. Clearly structured paragraphs can guide your reader through your assignment. When your tutor marks your assignment, you won't be there to explain why you've included a specific point and how it answers the question. You won't be able to highlight key points and explain what the evidence is for that point. The way you structure each paragraph can help the reader notice key points and see how well you've supported them. So what does a well-structured paragraph include? 1. A topic sentence. This sentence, like the sign on a building, tells you where you are and what to expect when you go inside. 2. The following sentences should expand, provide evidence and evaluation. These are the substance of the paragraph and are like the facilities in a building, the cafe, careers, student support. Note the sign says student centre, so you are not expecting a laboratory or a lecture theatre. Nothing unexpected. Nothing new. The same goes for paragraphs. Finally, a link sentence which can lead the reader back to the question or take them to the next paragraph, just like the path goes to the next building. So let's see what that might look like. We're going to look at an example of a main body paragraph from an essay which answers the question: to what extent is multitasking a positive force for study? Pause the video to make a note of the 5 elements you should find in a paragraph, and when you're ready, press play to see the paragraph and match the sentences to these 5 elements. Pause the video and see if you can identify the topic sentence, a sentence which expands on it, one which provides evidence, and another one which evaluates and comments on that evidence, and finally a link or conclusion sentence. Once you've done that, press play to check your answers. Did you identify the topic sentence? Here it is. This sentence tells us what the paragraph is going to be about. In this case, reduced cognitive efficiency and lack of deep learning. So the reader's expecting a focus on the impact of multitasking on brain efficiency and deep learning. They would not expect anything else. The stress that multitasking may cause might be an interesting point, but that needs to be in a new paragraph. The topic sentence can also highlight the structure. So here I can see that this paragraph is a point against multitasking. Here is the expansion sentence. This elaborates on the point just made and explains it in a bit more detail. So here it explains why multitasking can reduce the brain's efficiency. It helps the reader understand the point more fully. So in this case, I'm thinking, okay, cognitive efficiency is all about the brain taking in information, and multitasking divides your attention between tasks. Every claim needs evidence. So if you state that the brain works less efficiently when multitasking, you have to provide convincing evidence. And here is the evidence in this paragraph. You can see that this summarises and references the reading that the writer has done to support this point. So this is where you'd include all the information, all the reading, or the key bits of the reading that you've done in order to develop that main point in your paragraph. For more help on using evidence in your writing, watch the Using Evidence video in this series. Did you find the evaluate and comment sentence? Here it is. Don't leave the evidence to do all the work on its own. You need to show your reader why you've included it. Show your marker how this evidence supports your point and why it's important. Here, the writer has made the connection to the impact on studying. This helps the reader understand how this evidence is relevant to the question. You need to convince your reader. You can repeat these last two steps, adding more evidence and evaluating it more than once for more complex paragraphs. So, all that's left is the link and conclusion sentence, and here it is. So this one is used to make sure that the reader understands why you've included the paragraph. So you can link back to the question or the learning outcomes here. Help your marker see that you have addressed the question. It can also link to the next paragraph to improve the flow. So, remember, a well-structured paragraph includes each of those 5 elements. Remember to check for each of them in your paragraphs. A series of well-structured paragraphs can help your ideas stand out to your marker. Check your work to see if your paragraphs help or hinder your reader. So, what next? For more information and more help on writing paragraphs or assignment structure, have a look at these resources. The first 2 are on the Student Hub in the Study section and are online resources. The last one is a lovely e-book, and it's got a really useful chapter on assignment structure. You can also book in with the Study Skills Advisors for one-to-one support. Bring along a paragraph that you're worried about, and let's see if we can make it even better. Thank you for listening to the video. I hope you found it useful.